Hi, welcome to ISC West 2019. My name is Paul Ragusa. I'm the editor of Security Systems News. I'm very excited to have Hank Groff. He's a senior VP, Dynamark. Hey, Hank, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Paul.
Yeah, it's always nice to talk with you.
Yeah.
So the show seems to be really good this year.
It's incredible.
Yeah. What are your impressions so far?
Well, I tell you, I mean, you know, I think people wonder what's happening in our industry with a lot of technologies that are coming out. And I think it can sometimes be overwhelming, but at the same time, you have to go in here with your focus of what you feel is important to your business. And there's enough variety that I think everybody's finding something valuable.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a good year for sure. And I think our economy, the industry, and the people's interest in home automation, business automation, is really propelling this
Yeah,
forward.
I think you're right. And what are some of the things you're focusing on at the company, especially highlighting here some of the big themes for you?
Well, you know, Dynamark is being a 5-diamond central station, and our focus is always on delivering life safety for people. We take pride in that, but our focus is really to use our technology to enhance people's lifestyles, make them more efficient. And I think there's a great need out there in the general public of accepting video now more than they had in the past. You know, people are a little afraid of video cameras.
Totally.
I think now the acceptance of drones and watching video. Did you see the recent the news feed that ran through Google the other day?
Yes.
The incident, right, with the Uber.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy drops someone off at the Uber at the airport and then goes back to rob them. But because they had cameras in their home, they were able to detect that, and the people were able to even see what was happening on their phones.
That's amazing.
So, I mean, as horrible that incident occurred,
right.
it actually creates more of people's need to say, you know, I need to feel safe and secure, and I need to know what's going on.
Right, and then I would think video, especially in your world, is just going to open up so many more opportunities.
Oh, man, let me tell you. You know, what we were waiting on, I would say back about, for me, 10 years ago, and I was working with another company, and I knew that this was going to happen. It was going to explore. But what we've always had is closed circuit television. You know, the old school.
Yeah, exactly.
You have a video DVR. Now we're getting into the cloud.
Yes.
Now we have the ability to see everything on our phones. So people have more control.
Yeah.
And we were waiting for that, because what we want to get into now is not just for the police, fire, medical to talk to us on the phone, but what if we could provide a live feed, or information at least, clips that are actually happening. So what we're noticing, and we're very connected with Alarm.com, as you know, one of the leaders in this technology.
Sure.
And currently, we are one of the first central stations certified to receive the live video from their video camera and to be able to dispatch based on that information.
Oh, that's amazing.
So for us, we know it's just going to open up amazing doors.
Absolutely.
For people.
And then that also gets us into the whole conversation about data. You know, you're having access to so much data today, especially with the video coming into play. It's going to open up not only opportunities, but also make you become more efficient, and actually maybe even provide some opportunities beyond for maybe some additional RMR, those type of things, right?
Absolutely. I think what we're finding too is now that video is being accepted, what more companies are coming to us and asking, is there a way to capitalize the technology to a reoccurring monthly revenue?
Yeah.
Another thing I'm seeing in the industry is, you might remember this, Paul, but there was probably 15 years ago when people were accepting of equipment financing. They would like to look at options of terms.
Right.
A couple years ago, I bought a new Google Pixel, and one of the first Google Pixels came out, and they said 0 interest equal payments. I said, I'll take it. Use my money, $1,000. You know, I'll give it to them. Let it do them.
Right.
And I understood that I was paying for the phone that I would own, but I was paying for the monitoring through T-Mobile. I don't mind paying 2 payments once I understand that.
Yeah.
Now that people are educated and they're becoming more understanding of our industry, they don't mind buying the system as long as they can put it on payments. So both in the commercial and the residential world, we're going to see that that's going to become the norm. Instead of being charged $60, $70, $80 a month in monitoring for a residential home, which probably chokes a lot of people, they would rather say, I'll pay $60, $70 for a period of time to pay off my system, but then they expect the monitoring should go down. And I think we're seeing that more and more.
And what is Dynamark doing in that area? What are some of the things that you're doing to make it
So we
affordable
currently have
easier.
almost 600 alarm dealers who use us for monitoring. What we've asked them is how could we make opportunities to provide solutions for customers more affordably?
Yeah.
And so we went out and we searched for the right partner that we believed could provide equipment financing. So we've now rolled out nationally to our 600 dealers the opportunity to sign up and partner with this company so they can go directly to the homeowner or the consumer, the end user, and provide a financing option.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's opened up tremendous doors because it's hard to compete against the big brands.
Yeah.
And if you're a community alarm company owner, a neighborhood owner,
right.
People want to work with you. But when a major company says, well, we can do it for a low
right.
investment and a monthly payment, and they don't have that option, it's hard
point.
to win. They have that option.
Yeah, so now the playing field's leveled.
It is.
Yeah, that's great to hear. So moving forward, what's your strategy for the rest of the year, going into next year? What are some of the things you're focusing on?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question. I would say for us at Dynamark, we want the security community to know that we absolutely believe still to this day, and security companies who are in their community, who take pride in protecting their neighborhoods, their communities, their cities. It shouldn't always have to be the big brands. Big brands are fine. But at Dynamark, we don't really care to get our brand out or our name. It's not that necessary.
Yeah.
We want to support the local alarm guy who wants to build their brand. So we've designed a whole structure of monitoring for them, providing them financing options for their end users, and the support that they need to manage the back office of their business. Some of them don't want to do billing, collections, tech support. We can do that now, and we can provide them these solutions so they can focus on protecting businesses and families, and that will help them become more independent. So our theme this year is let us help you, become independent. Let us help you build your brand.
I love that. That's a great theme, because so often that the big guys gobble up the little guys or make it more difficult for them.
And I think people get scared.
Yeah.
They think, will I survive? Mm-hmm. And the answer is you can survive. Everybody needs a good product. Every company needs a good platform, like the technology of the platform.
Yeah.
But you also need a good partner.
Right.
A company like a good central station who's going to talk to your customers 80% of the time, but then also can provide you other solutions, and that's what we're trying to build here.
That's great. Well, Hank, thanks for taking some time to
Absolutely.
go over.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.